The needs of our planet were greater than she could supply. So we went beyond the reaches of our atmosphere. The new frontier offered the promise of a new beginning. But the distance gave way to a movement with no connection to the place we call home. New rules, new ambitions, a new enemy. The Settlement Defense Front built an army and broke away from the Earth with blood and violence. They aren't revolutionaries. They want absolute power. They raid colonies, take resources, and control territories by force. They use their fleet to block us from raw materials we need to survive. Their mission is to erase everything Earthborn. Today, the SDF is a war machine, ruled by its military. If a leader united that force, they would mobilize and try to take our homeland.
Warlord, this is Scar 1, standing by for tasking.
Copy 1-1. One of our weapons facilities is under attack by the SDF. We believe this is part of an operation codenamed Raya. Intel suggests their target is a prototype weapon. Your team will extract the prototype and torch the site before SDF can locate it.
Understood, Warlord. We'll get it done.
1 minute! Friendlies? Facility's dark. We get our weapon, torch the site. Gear check!
OMA systems online.
Rules of engagement. Weapons free. Good to go.
Seconds.
Door!
Green light's going, green light.
Call it, Wolf. Go! Go, go! Stay tight. Surface temp's 300 below. We gotta move. Reaper, Scar's and boots on ground.
Copy 1-1. Insert is a vertical drop north of your position.
Copy, on the move.
Welcome everybody, Josh here, back again with a brand new and special product review. Today we're talking about this, which is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare on the PlayStation 4, the PS5, the Xbox Series S and X through backwards compatibility. Now this is a game that I do have a love-hate relationship for. I don't really like the game's campaign, I don't really hate this game, it's just a meh type of story, and I think that's one of the reasons why I think that this game is not really that liked amongst Call of Duty fans, especially myself who played this game not even that long ago. This game did come out in 2016, it's made by Activision Blizzard as well as Infinity Ward, and Infinity Ward has made some of the greatest Call of Duty games in the franchise with Modern Warfare, and I really did like the Advanced Warfare franchise, which I'm pretty sure that Sledgehammer Games actually made that game. So I think that the Infinity Ward style of storytelling, where it's a lot of bombastic set pieces and a lot of great storytelling within the single player campaign, which this is a first person shooter style linear narrative, so if you don't like first person shooter style linear narratives such as this, you're probably not going to like this game that much. And I think that for me as a first person shooter fan, as someone that really does like science fiction and military stuff, I was looking for something a little bit different than this, because we've already got military sci-fi in a lot of Call of Duty games since this. We got Call of Duty Ghosts, which I definitely did just review on my channel. We also got Advanced Warfare, which is a mixed bag, and I think that this game is even more of a mixed bag than even Advanced Warfare or Call of Duty Ghosts was. There's a lot of really cool things to like about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. There is some new vehicles that you do get in this game, such as the Jackals, which you do get to pilot in multiple missions. It's kind of like dogfighting in the Star Wars universe, and where this game fails, I think that this game does succeed in terms of the dogfighting and the piloting of these vehicles. These vehicles feel a lot smoother than some of the other games in the franchise, and it's really fun to dogfight in space, and I think that's one of the cool features about this game. So what is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare? Well, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is about a spacefaring civilization. You are Nick Reyes, who is one of the soldiers in the Special Combat Air Recon Unit, and Nick Reyes is one of those soldiers of fortune who's trying to do everything in his power to save humanity. There's also a military-style faction that's becoming prevalent within the galaxy, and they're trying to take over colonized worlds, trying to stop humanity from colonizing the stars. And this game features you going to battle with these military factions, and there's also a added bonus of robots that come into mix, where this militant organization has taken over these robots. They're using them for their own bidding, and these robots are also becoming self-aware, so they have a little bit more personality to them. And I think that one of the things that's really cool is the added benefit of actually going to multiple different planets, similar to that of the Mass Effect style. You get to go to different planets in the solar system, and it's one of those really cool things that, while it's awesome to see this futuristic sci-fi video game set in the Call of Duty universe, I don't think it adds enough replayability value to where you're going to want to go back after you've beaten the campaign and re-experience these games for yourself. I think that this is one of those games where it's a one-time experience, and I think that even with Kit Harington playing the main bad guy from Game of Thrones, in which I really did like Game of Thrones as a TV show franchise, I think that this game really doesn't elevate the level of talent that's within the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare campaign. And I think that with the talent that's involved, they really do make the bulk of the story, even with some of the boring exposition dump that is thrust upon the player throughout the single player campaign. I think that it does give you more reason to fight for the rest of the campaign. It gives you that sense that this is a major intergalactic warfare that's spanning generations. And I think that Kit Harington's character is pissed off. He wants to take over the colonized worlds and eventually go back to Earth and become the ruler of that planet. And I think that it gives you reason to try and stop him at the end. And one of the really cool features of this game is the fact that Claudia Black is now in this game. I really did like her in Stargate franchise as well as Pitch Black. I also liked her in Uncharted, and I think that every time that she appears on screen, she always makes these roles a little bit better. And I think that even with the mixed bag that is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, where I really didn't like the single player campaign, she really did elevate the single player campaign to a little bit more of a degree than it would if she wasn't in this game. And I think that I would have liked to have seen her come back and maybe play a different character in the Call of Duty franchise in the future. But I think that with what we were hoping for in terms of what we were getting in the single player story campaign side of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, most of us really wanted, as fans, to go back to Call of Duty's roots. We didn't really want to see the futuristic sci-fi military setting, even though it's something I really do enjoy as a gamer and someone that really does like read military sci-fi books. Seeing that done to death in terms of the Call of Duty franchise, to where it really didn't need to be the next game in the franchise. I really was hoping that Call of Duty would go back to the more Modern Warfare franchise, which it eventually did, and actually give us some more boots on the ground style video game. This game did come packaged with Call of Duty 4 Remastered, which I think that the COD 4 Remastered was actually pretty good, and I already did a review for that on this channel. So if you want to take a look at that, definitely go check out my review. But I think that something new and interesting that wasn't done before, where Call of Duty was packaging 2 games for the price of 1. And I think that with Infinite Warfare, while you were being charged for that DLC, I don't think it was worth $60 at launch. And I think that this game is a 6 to 8 hour campaign. It's basically the same length as all the other games in the Call of Duty franchise, and a lot of this game is done by in-game cutscenes. And I think the cutscenes in this game are rather lackluster compared to some of the other games that have come before in the Call of Duty franchise. I really did like the Modern Warfare franchise, and I really did think that Advanced Warfare was an underrated classic. I think that game actually was pretty good, even though the multiplayer kind of sucked, where this game doesn't really give you any reason to care about these characters. It doesn't give you any reason to want to play as these characters any more than a couple of hours, and it doesn't give you a reason to go through the main single player story campaign to the end and actually see what happens at the end of the story. And I think that for me as a gamer, I like experiencing the hero's journey aspect of these games. I like experiencing why these characters are fighting for the things that they're fighting for. I like seeing some of the set pieces that are borrowed from other Hollywood action movies like the Call of Duty franchise is known for, and it just didn't give me that in the sense of the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare campaign. And I think it was borrowing from a lot of things that have come before, like Halo, as well as the original Call of Duty games, as well as Doom and Wolfenstein and some of these other great science fiction first-person shooter games that have come before it as well. And I think that while Call of Duty Infinite Warfare does a lot of really cool and interesting things in the campaign, I think that they have definitely toned back a lot of the jetpack, which is definitely featured in this game. There's a lot of zero-G gravity missions in this game as well, which is pretty cool to see and be able to fight through, especially in the beginning of the game. There's just not enough new and interesting stuff that are featured within the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare campaign to keep people invested in the single-player story, which is the staple of the franchise. So I think that for me personally, while I didn't enjoy either the multiplayer, which the multiplayer does consist of team deathmatch, capture the flag modes, as well as ground war, which is basically big team battles, I wasn't able to actually play the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare multiplayer modes for this review. So I think that even if these multiplayer servers do still exist, probably filled with hackers and bot accounts, and it's just not really worth playing to try to get that footage for this review. But I did play a lot of it in the past, so I think that with the added bonus of the multiplayer with the single player campaign, which you may or may not like, I think that if you're a Call of Duty fan such as myself, you owe it to yourself to actually play through this campaign and experience this game for yourself. Even though I've feel like it's a mixed bag, lackluster in terms of campaigns go. That if you're a Call of Duty fan, you've been playing the game since the very beginning like myself, you may or may not actually like this game. I think it's one of those games that's really divisive against people where you either love it or you hate it, and I was just one of the people that felt was mad towards the end of it. So those are my overall thoughts and opinions over the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare campaign. I think the voice actors of this did a fine job with what they're given. I think the story of this game was kind of decent at parts and other time lackluster. The set pieces of this game are grandiose and action heavy like they were in the previous Call of Duty games, but it was just not enough to get me hyped for the future of the Call of Duty franchise, and it made me want to go back to the more boots on the ground style combat that was featured in some of the older Call of Duties, which we eventually did get. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare on the PlayStation 4, the PS5, the Xbox Series S and X. I think that at $20, it's a fine purchase if you haven't played this game in a while, if you haven't played this game at all, or if you're just looking to re-experience this game for yourself and you want to replay this game on your new PlayStation 4 or PS5 console, or even the Xbox Series S and X. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare game as a whole. Which game in the Call of Duty franchise as a whole is your favorite? Which game did you like the most or like the least? Let me know in the comment section down below, and as always guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Captain! Hurry up, sir! Help me get this off him! Hang in there, buddy. Captain Reyes is gonna help us. No problem, sir. I'm good, Commander. This is a little stuck is all. All right. We got you, Cash. Over now, Captain! He's bleeding bad. We have to save him now. I'll go get a med kit. You have to take over and apply pressure. I have him. Go. Sorry, sir. Always have been a bleeder. Don't worry, Cash. I got you. I'll probably get a Purple Heart for this, huh? I don't impress the Lieutenant. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she'll love it. I can still fight. I know you can, Marine. We're gonna get you back out there in no time. Brooks, where's that med kit? Let's go! Is that Marine, sir? Rest in peace, Cash. I couldn't find anything, sir. It's okay, Sergeant. We tried. Hell of a day, Commander. Semper Fi, Marine. Let's get to the red. Sir. Marines! Stand fast! Identify yourself! Blue! Blue! It's Commander Reyes. Got Marines with me. Commander. Sergeant, good to see you guys. Right this way.
Captain? Lieutenant? Where the hell were you?
Good to see you too, Saul.
Brooks?
Men?
Kashima?
AIA, Lieutenant. Gibson, too.
Peace to the fallen. Your men are waiting for you, Sergeant. Get them set. Stand by for orders.
Marines, on me. Give me a sit rep.
Salvage what we could from the red. Comms are up.
Lift platform to the shipyard is 100 clicks north-northeast. We're in the middle of nowhere out here.
SDF scout ship came through. We shot it down.
There'll be others.
We'll be ready for him.
Stratcom?
No signal. We're isolated.
I'll do whatever it takes to keep us secure.
You're our leader, sir. Not our savior.
I hold myself accountable, Chief.
As you should. You aborted the mission, Captain. He saved his ship and crew, Chief. And that's noble, but the shipyard remains intact. Look, the strength of the pack is in all the walls, Captain. All in, no matter the cost. They were ready. Now, if you don't have the will to make that kind of choice, then like me, you have no place being in command.
I couldn't ram my own ship. I would have killed them.
They came to win. This doesn't look like victory. SDS scout ship!
Take cover. Watch your round count.
Wait till it's close!
All stations, this is Metal 1.
Ethan, what's your position?
Inbound, sir. Marking now.
Check your fire!
Robot Army reporting for duty, sir.
He hacked the Olympus bots.
Smart bastard. How many did you get?
Full company, sir. I mean, they're idiots, but they can fight.
Good work, Metal 1. Touchdown and get ready to go.
Nice, sir.
Captain, we're all with you, sir.
Thanks, Chief. Let's get back to work.
Oh, sir.
We stay trenched in down here. We're sitting ducks.
We're not staying here. We're engaging. Up there.
Storm the gates.
Fight our way to the top, get ourselves a ship. Pass word.
Raj, I'll get a transport set. Griff's out there. Go see him. You need a weapon.
Salt. I'm glad you're still here.
Hell or high water.